Hi there, this is Jesse. Welcome to my channel. On the video, I want to discuss of the components of the Apache Airflow. What's the components of the Apache Airflow going to have? Here is DAGs, directed acyclic graph, operators, boxes, scheduler, SQL web servers, database, and a plugin. All right. So, what is DAGs? DAGs, as long as directed acyclic graphs. A DAG is a collection of the tags defined using Python code. It presents the workflow with tags that need to be executed in a specific order. So what is really about a DAG, right? So here, if you see this graph, the first one graph here, you are in a loop, right? Because A have the downstream of D, the D have downstream of E have downstream of B, unfortunately, B have downstream of A, so there is the loop, right? So they are not a DAG, okay? Instead of the second the train here, task A have the downstream of D have the downstream of E. Also task A have the downstream of B have the downstream of E. So this is the one we can define that this is the DAG. What is the feature of the DAG? First one, structure. DAGs define the order and the dependencies of the tasks without allowing cycles. Ensure that workflows process in a logic sequence. Dynamic nature. DAGs can be dynamically generated based on the parameters, allowed for flexible and reusable workflow. Regarding the detail, you can, if you have any concern about dynamic nature, please leave your comments under this video. I'm going to reply to you for the detail. Scheduling. DAGs can be scheduled to run at specific interval, like daily, hourly, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, using cross-expression or Airflow scheduling expression. All right. Operator. So what is operator? Operators are the building blocks of DAGs in Airflow. They define the work to be executed and can be used to perform a wide range of the tasks. The running script to transform data. What is the type of operators? Actually, there in the Apache Airflow, we have many types of operator. Right now, I'm going to just to give you a high level of the types of the report. Subsequently, I'm going to need to know so how many operators the Airflow has. Okay. So the type of the operator. Action operator. So what's the action operator? Perform specific tasks such as executing batch operator or running Python functions. So like batch operator, Python operator, and email operator. They actually, like I mentioned, they have many operators. Okay, transform operators, move data between systems. So, for the high level, I'm going to explain to you here is the S3 to Redis operator. They transfer data from S3 to Redis. See, I'm going to provide this use case I'm going to provide the use case, and also I'm going to provide the demo from the A3 to the read shift. Please subscribe, okay? So next one, GCS operator. So what it is, interacts with cloud global storage. So they have all many operators like the integration and the Apache Airflow. They do have many providers. Okay, so Google Cloud Storage just one of operator, one of them. So Google Cloud Platform is one of the provider. We Apache Airflow they have multiple providers, not only the Google's. Okay, all right. Sensor operators. What does sensor means? Sensor means is waiting for something conditioning to be present. Okay, so here is the expression. Here is a waiting for specific conditions to be met before execution. File sensor waits for file to be present in a specific location. HTTP sensor waits for HTTP endpoints to return a specific data code. Okay. Okay, sensor, like I mentioned, sensor is waiting for something to be present. If you have a file sensor, you're going to waiting for the file to be present. If you have the HTTP sensor, you're going to be waiting for the HTTP specific code. So in the Apache Airflow, we have many sensors. Okay, I just give you the high level in here. All right, tasks. An Airflow task is a single unit of work in your DAG that presents a specific operation that is part of a large workflow. What is the key criteria of the tag? First one is automatic unit of work. A task is the smallest unit of execution in Airflow. It can perform a single operator, like running a script or a composite series operator. Instead of an operator, tasks are created by instantially an operator. Each task uses an operator to define what work it performs. Execution context. A task that owns execution context, which includes the environment parameter and any required configurations. Okay, so see, I'm going to let you know what a DAGs, what is operator and task is. So in the high level here is it. So if I'm going to define a task, like here's mentioned, task is an instance of an operator, right? So my task is an instance of the operator. So in that operator, I'm able to provide the content. Okay, context. So that content is going to provide the detail of environment, parameters, and any required information. So I can leverage that information of the operators to assign to a task. So that task is able to, send that content to a downstream. So for the detail, I will going to talk to you later in my video. Please subscribe me. All right, next one is the state management. Tasks have various states such as queue, running, success, field, up to retry, etc. The Airflow scheduler manages this state to ensure that tasks are executed in the correct order and handle retries or failure appropriately, right? All right, so I do not know if you have any concern about the tags and operators. As already mentioned, right? So tags is an instance of the operator. In Apache Airflow, tags and operator are essentially components that work together to define and execute workflow. So workflow are the blueprints or templates that define the kind of work to be done. They provide the flexible and the reusable way to create taxes for different type of operators. Such as executing a command, transfer data, or waiting for a connection. Waiting for a connection like our sensor. Also, the operators have the Python operator as well. Okay, so tasks are the concrete instance of the operators within a DAG, presenting specific operation executed as part of workflow. They are conflict with parameters and the dependencies to fit the need of the DAG. By understanding the difference between tasks and operators, you can leverage Apache Airflow to design efficiency and scalable workflows tailored to your needs. Okay. Next, executor. Executor determine how tasks are executed in Airflow. They handle the actual execution of the instance, allowing Airflow to scale across different environments. So in the Airflow, it has different type of executor. So first one is sequential executor. Sequential executor executes tasks sequentially, suitable for testing and small deployment. Second one is local executor. Local executor executed tasks in a parallel and the same motion using multi-precision. If you watch my previous video regarding how to set up our local environment, if you watch that carefully, you are able to know this executor and the local development that we are using local executor. Okay. Scenario executor, which is distributed tasks across multiple workloads using Scenario, suitable for notch deployment. Scenario executor, which distributed tasks across multiple workloads using Scenario, suitable for larger deployment. So last one, Kubernetes executor, which is schedules tasks in a Kubernetes cluster, allowing for dynamic resources allocation and scalability. All right, so next I'm going to give you the comparison. So this the comparison of the different executors. You can leverage this comparison to make sure with a different environment, what is the executor you're going to leverage. Okay. So like I mentioned, right, if you are running on local, so I highly encourage you to use the local executor, right? All right. Next one, scheduling. The scheduler is responsible for scheduling tasks and managing their execution. It determines when tasks should be executed based on the DAG definitions and the specific schedules. I also want to give you more information here. Okay, so if you are trying to build a platform on the cloud, which is going to have multiple tons of the users going to use Apache Airflow. So it's schedulers. So think about how can to use this scheduler, because they're going to this is scheduler going to manage of tons of DAGs, right? So actually, scheduler in Apache Airflow, they're able to scale. Okay, I'm going to talk about you in my list of videos. I'm not sure when I'm going to talk about it, but please subscribe me. Differently, I'm going to explain what is the scheduler is in the real world. How can you scale the scheduler? Okay. All right. Key features. So first one, task queuing. Okay, so places tasks in a queue for execution based on their dependencies and their release. Concurrence control. Okay, manage the number of the tasks that can run simultaneously to optimize resource usage. Task dependencies. Ensure that tasks are executed in the correct order, respecting all dependencies. Backfilling. Handle the execution of the past DAG runs that were missed or needed to be reprocessed. So regarding what is backfilling, I definitely going to talk to you in my list of video. Okay, don't worry about it. Subscribe me, you're going to know about it. All right. Next one, database. Metadata database, which is a central repository for storing metadata about tasks, and their execution status. It is initial for tracking the history and the state of workflow in Airflow. So metadata database that not only store they are not only store DAGs, tags, and execution status, they also store the different users. We have admin users, we have normal users, so they store a lot of information, not only the data like in this slides that I mentioned to you. Okay, so what is key feature? First one, state management. Storing state of each task and the DAG instance, allowing Airflow to track, process, and manage retries. History tracking. Maintenance a record of all task executions, including logs, start and end times and outcomes. Configuration storage. Stores Airflow configurations, user settings. Okay, so see, user settings here is like I mentioned earlier, is like any normal user or not kind of another user roles. Okay, so see, and another metadata necessary for workflow execution. Okay, so what is the supported database? I'm going to highlight here is one is Postgres, MySQL, NoSQL. Okay, so basically when we set up our local environment, we're going to use SQLite for our testing and development in our local. All right. Okay. Plugins. So plugin allow user to extend the functionality of Airflow by adding custom operators, sensors, hooks, and interface. They enable Airflow to be tailored to specific use cases and integration. What is the plugin's key feature? Customer operator. So like I already mentioned, we're able to create new operators to perform specific tasks or interact with specific system. Hooks and the sensors. I mean, from the definition they already mentioned, right? And UI extension. See, this is a new feature, right? So actually not a new feature. This is something significant the features. So UI extension, which is enhanced Airflow UI with additional features or dashboard, for example, okay? So if you notice, here is a Apache Airflow, they are using Flask, okay? And also the templates, from the Ginger. We're able to provide plugins to add more collectings on their menu or in any places. So this is a very awesome plugins. I also will show you what is a UI extensions in my videos. Like I say, subscribe me. All right. So here I just give you the highlight of the plugins. So basically the plugins, if you wanna see, it depends on what the functionality you want to leverage, right? So this example here, you say, I wanted to inherit the functionalities from the Python operator. So this is the high level of the code example here. Uh, so in here, my custom operator, I inherit of the Python operator with their initials, right? And then I'm gonna work with my own initiative. After that, see, this is we also need to add our plugins to Apache Airflow so that when we try to use our plugins, so we have the more efficiency way to manage our Apache plugin. I will talk to you as well how can we develop the customized plugin, okay? Just, pay attention, I will provide you. All right. So right now, actually, so I want to give you some conclusion here. Apache Airflow is a comprehensive platform for managing and orchestration workflows. Its models its model architecture and extensive features make it suitable for a wide run its model architecture and extensive features make it suitable for a wide range of use cases. For single task scheduling to capacity task data pipeline orchestration, by understanding its components, you can leverage Airflow to build robust and scalable workflow to your operations needs. Whether you are working with the batch processing, data engineering, or machine learning pipelines, Airflow provides the tools and the flexibility to design workflows that meet your requirements. By integrating its components efficiently, you can optimize task execution, improve resources utilization, and enhance overall workflow efficiency. Right. Right now, so after you are listening, my conclusions, I think you are watching what is workflow, right? So I want to talk with you, the workflow, okay? So the schedule and execution workflow, you are the user, right? So you are the user. You are implement tasks in a Python as the Airflow DAG. All your Python files, which are the DAGs, they're going to store under the Apache DAG folders. Right, so each of folders, they have their Python file, okay? So let's see. So we also have the Airflow web servers. These web servers, they are able to help us to monitor and tracking our DAG runs and check results. So Airflow web servers, they're able to be rendered, okay, by with the Flask templates. So the Flask templates are going to retrieve the data from our Apache Airflow metadata. Okay. So here is they see I mentioned here is MySQL and Postgres, as I mentioned earlier, right? Okay. All right. So once they're trying to get the DAGs with, they're trying to render the DAGs with a database. See, so basically, the database, they are able to store the DAG informations and also going to store the DAG status and also contain all the informations like upstream or downstream. Okay. So in here is the scheduler schedule. So this one is what? So Airflow scheduler, they are scheduler, they are rated DAGs from the Apache DAGs folder. So Apache DAGs folder will configured in the airflow.cfg configuration file. Okay, so once they get it, they are going to serialize the DAGs, the information into a database. Okay, regarding what is a serialize, please subscribe me. I'm going to need to know more about the data. What is the serialize and the modularizations? Okay. All right. So once the database they are stored the DAGs information, and then the Airflow scheduler going to be in the place. The scheduler they're going to scheduling the tasks depends on the DAG informations, like what is the start day, what is the execution interval, right? So they are going to make sure your DAGs in order. So then they're going to send informations to the queue, okay? So the queue, they are the information in the queue, they're going to be picked up from the loads, the workloads, okay? So if you see here, we have multiple loads. Here is depend on our scalability, okay? You can assume we have 5 loads or just 1 load. It depends on our scalability. We configure it in the airflow.cfg. All right, so see here, I want to mention inside of the Apache Airflow scheduler, what's inside look like? All right, so here, what is that look like? So I'm assuming, so I don't, so see, under DAG folders, we have multiple DAGs files writing by Python script, right? So they are, like I mentioned, they're going to be read by Airflow scheduler. So Airflow scheduler, they are going to, read what the tasks, what the dependence, and what the scheduler in interval, like I mentioned earlier. Then they're going to depend. Your DAGs already scheduled, already have passed. Then they're going to. Okay, so if you have a schedule, they're going to make it to you. If you already passed the schedule, they're going to mention what is next execution date. Okay, and then they're going to check the task dependencies. Okay, and then once they check that, the whole dependencies or the schedule information, they're going to send the execution to the queue. Okay. Meanwhile, so Apache Airflow, they are listening on new DAGs to be present. All right. So if you're working with your local environment and then you add one more new DAG, you are able to see after X second, right? in your Apache Airflow UI, they are going to render a new DAG for you. Okay. So here is waiting for X seconds is dependent as my understanding, as I remember, okay. So the default, the waiting time is 5 minutes, but it depends on your configuration as well. All right. So I think right now I want to talk to you what is Apache Airflow components. I hope you understand all the components. In the next video, we're going to have a real DAG example. We're going to dive into the DAGs and see what's it look like, how it be executed, and what is the DAG look like, and what is DAG look like on the Airflow UI. So thank you for the watching. I will see you in the next video.